of glory and inspiration 24 hours a day. UBM Praise Chicago, a service of the UBM Networks.
The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Let me know.
Oh, frog money, coordinate ride, crambo.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Green Acres is the place to be.
And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction.
Here we come, walk down the street.
Boy, the wasteland will parade.
Good time. Anytime you need a payment.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
Cincinnati, WKRP.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Now, wait a minute,
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it. That's his name.
Well, you ain't said nothing. I ain't asked you nothing.
You did.
You know the guy's name on first base?
Sure.
Well, tell me the guy's name on first base.
Who?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
What's his name?
Sir Walter Jones.
Whose show is this?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
Say it again.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who you with?
Sir Walter Jones.
One more again.
Sir Walter Jones.
The Sir Walter Jones Show. Co-host Alvin Carter. We are a Christian talk show in where we tackle all the hot topics in a believer's walk.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
What's his name?
Sir Walter Jones.
Whose show is this?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
Say it again.
Sir Walter Jones.
Calling all musicians, new artists, singers, composers, poets, and producers. Grab a pen and some paper and listen up. It seems your career is on a treadmill, huh? Got some tips for you. So don't touch that dial. It's Music Business Night, right here on the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Hello, everybody. Sir Walter, the Sir Walter Jones Show. I am here. It is Wednesday. Music Business Day. The day we'll sit around the mic and talk about the business of music. Not music, music. That's that elevator music, y'all. Music. That's that boring music you hear in the elevator that puts you to sleep. And grocery stores and Walmart. Yeah, we ain't talking about that. That's music. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, so don't be throwing the baby out with the bathwater, okay? Don't knock it if you ain't tried it. But we're talking about the music business, and we're talking about a different aspect here. We're not going to play songs like we usually do. We're not going to feature a particular artist. We're not going to do a particular effect. We're not going to talk about the greatest song ever written and what have you. No, we're not going to do that show today. That's not that show today. Today, we're going to go into the details about business. You people out there who are moving into business together, I'm going to do this show today just to help y'all understand that this thing ain't no game. Well, it is kind of a game. But friends in business, is it a good idea? Have you ever entered into business with your family member or friend? I'm telling you, I've seen it done. It has turned into both a great experience and a disaster all at the same time. How did that work out for you? Okay, y'all tell me about it on Facebook. Y'all are talking already. Some of you y'all bought rental property together, but then you realized that your partner wasn't as smart as you were, and you held on to them as long as you could to keep the friendship together, not realizing that the business is falling apart. I mean, I can't tell you how many disasters that I've seen. A 45, 50-year relationship, and then y'all decided to go into business, and then kapoom, the bottom fell out, the business failed, and your relationship also failed. Hopefully the great Alvin C will be here to help me understand this whole concept here, because he's went into business with others, and he's here in business with me for the Walter Jones Show. I said, come on in, brother, be my partner, and he readily said, yes, let's do this. Actually, it was his idea, and I said, oh, yeah, let's do it. And he said, well, man, I was just kidding, but since you said, yeah, come on in. And it has been a wonderful 2-year relationship with him and myself, and we're still going strong every day on UBM. And, whether we're here or whether we're out in the street, it's still about our partnership. I put some pictures below on some people from, let's see, I got pictures here. I'm going to go on my Facebook here. You got Steve Wozniak with Steve Jobs. They both came together and created that wonderful platform called Apple. Everything that I have here in this room here is an Apple product. I've been bit by the apple. Trust me, even at the house. Apple, Apple, Apple. Thank you, Steve Jobs, and thank you, Steve. We don't hear much about Steve, but Steve we don't hear much about Steve Wozniak. That is, both of them are Steves. Then you got the great team in music, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I met them. They inspired me. They taught me some things about the music business years ago, and I tell you, that partnership is going stronger now than ever before. And these are some relationships in business that we can learn from, what to do and what not to do. Then there's, of course, the great Abbott and Costello. They look great on TV and on the big screen, but you don't know some of the things that happen behind the curtains. Penn and Teller, that magician act, okay? Even Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis made us laugh back in the day. You just don't know some of the problems that they had. Cheech and Chong, come on now. They smoked weed together and stayed together. Hall & Oates gave us that great music that we loved in the 1980s, okay? Laura and Hardy made us laugh, okay? Gosh, it's just so many. Even the Beatles, Paul McCartney and Lennon wrote many of the great songs from the Beatles. And then from Paul, out of the Beatles came Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson came together. And it was Paul McCartney who gave Michael Jackson that great idea. If you want to make it in business, buy up the catalog from some music catalogs. And Michael said, okay. And he went home and thought about it. He said, no, well, I'm going to buy the Beatles catalog. And he did. And Paul regretted it since then. Okay. And then, of course, there was Simon and Garfunkel, that great team, and even Fresh Prince and what's that boy named? What's the other guy? What's his partner in crime? CC. Fresh Prince Bel-Air and his buddy did that. He always getting kicked out the house. Oh, Jazzy. Jazzy Jeff, I think his name. Yeah. Those are some of the pictures I put up there, and those are some of the great partnerships that you may see on the big screen. But you don't really know behind curtains what happened to those cats. And you look at some of the Where Are They Now and some of the music programs that you see about the documentaries of them, and it ain't all that pretty. Helen Rice says can't do business with family either. Can't do it. Thank you, Jazzy Jeff. I got you before I saw you. Michelle says that nope, don't do it. Ain't nobody trying to stand in front of Judge Mathis for litigation. Wow and wow. Let's see what Facebook is saying before I go ahead and educate you guys. LaToya Gibson says this really is key. Even formulating a committee with co-chairs can turn into war, right? Shalika Jones, she's calling out Shalika. There needs to be a lot of mutual respect and trust and vision. Shalika responds and says, I agree to a certain extent. I never wanted to be a president or anything. I just wanted to contribute. But it was forced on me. And then the advisors got involved and things were said by them that turned me off. It was never you. and I don't think that was ever properly dealt with. It's more about consistency, communication, and the system of checks and balances. I like that answer, Shalika. Great answer.
Don't write no check if you ain't got it in the balance.
If you ain't got no balance, don't write that check. Lady Rochelle Matheny is talking about the Martin show with Gina, Tisha Campbell. Remember that situation and how there was some sexual harassment on the set.
But were they friends?
96, and they were friends prior to that because they were with the party Kid and Play in them. Okay, absolutely. And then that thing turned into a mess. It's called. So then at the end of his series, you noticed that they were never in the same room together.
Yeah, I know all that
because all of that, and that was just something that just happens. Okay, let's see. She also continues to says. She responded to LaToya. She says, I agree, LaToya, having trust, respect, and vision is crucial. As partners, you also have to know what you bring to the table. Now, this is very important. We got to talk about this, what you bring to the table, okay? The essence of you that is unique and that will add and not take away from the goals and objectives. You have to be willing to have an open mind, eyes, and ears to buy into the vision, becoming one in order to have a successful relationship. Yes. And Lydia Davis says that depending on the mentality of your friends, do they know how to divide business with pleasure? I say it depends.
It depends.
It may depend, okay?
It depends on if your business is pleasure.
That's so true. Your business may be pleasure. Well, so hopefully all businesses have some sense of pleasure there, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
There should be some pleasure in all business.
Yeah, making money.
Making money,
Unless
absolutely.
Making money is your pleasure business.
Yeah, all right, if you say that. Okay, well, let's kick this off. Alvin C. Carter, since this was your great idea here, I'm going to blame you for the disaster of this business partnership on the show.
Oh, wow. Well, forgive me for being late. I was dealing with a friend.
Your friend? Okay.
And I let him go.
Yeah, I had to let him go.
Drop him off.
Let's find out what the SBA says about partnerships. Okay? SBA. That's that small business guy.
Yeah, them peoples.
Yeah, them peoples. Okay? A partnership is a single business where two or more people share ownership. All right, depending on your percentage and agreement. Okay, each partner contributes to all aspects of the business, including money, property, labor, and skills. In return, each partner shares in the profits and the losses of the business.
Yeah. Don't nobody want to share the loss.
Don't nobody want to talk about the loss or share the loss. Because partnerships enter more than one person in the decision-making process. It's important to discuss a wide variety of issues up front and develop a legal partnership agreement. And this is where people, us Christians, fall by the wayside. Because we said, no, I trust you, brother.
You can trust him, but that doesn't mean don't follow up.
Don't follow up.
And the problem is most people like to hear, I trust you, but they don't want to hear accountability.
Help us out with that. What that mean?
Well, the reality is if you've earned the trust or if you are trustworthy, that means you are worthy to be accountable, and you should show them why you trust them by saying, okay, this is the business. This is what's we done.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do. This is how much it costs, and this is how much we need. Bottom line, this is how much we made, and this is how much you get, and this is how much I get.
True.
So the problem is we say, I trust you and don't want to hear nothing but how much I get.
Oh, yeah.
And when we look at how much you get or didn't get, that's when you get mad.
Yeah.
But you didn't look at what you needed to do or what the other persons did, which merited why they got what they got.
Sure. Can you help us out, the Christians who are listening out here, because there are different types of agreement, because there are verbal agreements that still, even though it's a verbal agreement,
it's binding.
It is binding.
Yep.
And it is protected by the laws.
Yeah.
Okay, it really is. Unfortunately, technically, it's
hard to prove.
It's hard to prove. For instance, when I tell people write songs and they give them to me and they says, okay, I want to copyright this song. Okay, and they'll say, here's my stuff. And you know what they'll give me? They'll give me copies of a poor man copyright. You know, the old thing about
the envelope,
unopened stamp, okay, mailing it to yourself. Now, I'm sorry to tell y'all, those of you in the music business trying to enter into that business, please don't do that.
It don't work no more.
It don't work no more. Okay, that's out. That's out because people have realized that they've done that, and they realized that they went against somebody who had papers from the federal government. It's called copyright paper.
Yeah.
All right. Those papers was always over what's the word? Go above. It's then
it trumps it.
Yeah, okay, that's a good word. It always trumps your little
Yeah, it overrides.
Yeah,
Supersedes.
That's the word.
Okay.
It always supersedes your poor man's copyright papers.
No,
Okay.
And even if they're different, they're going to honor their own paperwork.
They're going to honor their own paperwork. Yes, sir.
Because it's all about protocol and procedure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly it.
Now, if you happen to do the poor man's copyright and you follow up with the federal copyright law paperwork, now you may have an argument.
Yeah, you may have an argument. That's so true. But get the federal government's paperwork in there, and don't worry about that poor man copyright, and stop acting like a poor man.
Because the federal government don't like poor people. Because poor people don't pay taxes.
They sure don't. Exactly. They
Come
want
on,
you,
let's just think about it.
Yeah, they want you to pay that $45-$50 for the paperwork and get it in there. We can't even get together for the family reunion. Right. We can't do legitimate business, like Helen Rice is saying. Elder Tyrone Davis is saying, how about sponsoring a small business seminar? I have been researching various business entities and or legal structures all week. Man, that's good. Hey, we sure do need to do that, Elder Tyrone. Man, you know what? That's a great idea. Demetrius says accountability. Well, this is where it starts. Our seminar starts right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're giving you one.
Yeah, we are giving you one right now. Of course, I'm sorry for those of you. Well, I have to wait till it comes back on because they can't hear what I'm saying because it's all, it's all buffering over here. For those of you who are on Facebook, okay, there it is. I went out again. This we must be at Urban Broadcast Media. We must be there.
Under the basement.
Under the basement. That's what we are. This agreement should document how future business decisions will be made, include how the partners will divide profits, resolve disputes. Let me see.
Yeah, that's why you have guidelines and bylaws.
Guidelines,
bylaws,
and bylaws. Guidelines, bylaws. Although partnership agreements are not legally required, they are strongly recommended, and it is considered extremely risky to operate without one. Yeah, I suggest you do something, that will benefit you, not being losing benefit friends. Okay. Which is very beneficial as well. So there are different types of partnerships, okay? There are 3 general types of partnerships agreements: general partnerships, limited partnerships, and then they have what's called joint ventures, okay? Let's see what that's all about as I try to figure out if we can change our Wi-Fi stuff going on here, man. Ooh, Lord. General partnership, assume that profits, liability, and management duties are divided equally among partners. If you opt for an unequal distribution, the percentage assigned to each partner must be documented in the partnership agreement. Okay, that's self-explanatory. Don't have to go into too much detail with that. Then you get what's called limited partnership. Okay, because when I entered into it was an LLC, limited liability. Okay. Very, very important, because if you guys want to go into business by yourself, so sole proprietorship, there's some dangers into that.
There are high risks.
High risk, absolutely. Help us out with the high risk, Alvin C. Carter. What would be the risk?
One of the risks of sole propriety is when you're in it all by yourself, you are responsible all by yourself.
Yes, sir.
And you take all the risks. You pay all the bills.
Yeah.
And you may lose all your money.
That's so true. Everything that you have, all your personal stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you go in an LLC, because in the LLC is a different entity ran by you, but it's not, how should I say, you are not at risk when it comes to all your assets.
Right. It covers your assets, and the LLC is something else that they'll go after the LLC. They don't go after you.
Right. That's why it's called limited liability company.
Absolutely.
So the liabilities are limited to whatever is initially put in and how much it makes from that day on. Because as sole proprietor, you could have amassed a great fortune, but then you took a risk, and the risks was so high that when it came time for payment and accountability, everything that you worked for up to that point could be taken, depending upon was lost. Whereas LLC will say the company started in January, it has functioned since June, you have to pay back all this because this is what's projected, what should have been owed from January to June.
That's true. And be careful what you put in those papers, because if you put your house, put your car and all that stuff in that, then that's what you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should keep that stuff separate. If you got your own personal assets, you really kind of need to keep some of that stuff out of the agreement,
right?
because whatever they sue, you put that asset in there and it's yours. That's going too. If you lose out.
Ask Red Fox.
Yeah. Oh, he'll
he said they took his mattress, and as they was walking out the door, they looked at his arm and said, "Give me that watch too."
Wow.
He said they left him nothing.
Nothing. They wasn't playing, Doc. Yeah. Don't mess with those folks. So limited partnership, also known as a partnership with limited liability, are more complex than general partnerships. Limited partnerships allow persons to have limited liability as well as limited input with management decisions, and each limited depends on the extent of each partner's investment percentage. Limited partnerships are attractive to investors of short-term projects.
Yes.
They like those.
Hit it and quit it.
Yep, hit it and quit it. And then joint ventures act as a general partnership, but but for not that joint, but for only
it's legal now.
It is legal, but for only a limited period of time or for a single project. Partnership in a joint venture can be recognized as an ongoing partnership if they continue the venture, but they must file as such. It's all about the filing.
I thought Ventures shut down.
Venture is gone. They opened up a Zayers and that.
And they didn't aim well either.
They didn't aim well. No, they didn't.
Now you got that guy.
Yeah, they deflected and reboated.
What's that new place over there?
Yeah, on Cicero. North Avenue.
What's his name?
I know you're talking about. What? Oh Lord, got me thinking. I got.
That's how they say his name, but I can't think of it.
Right.
Mills.
Mills. Yeah. Farm and Mills.
Right.
Forming a partnership. Okay. All right. Now.
You missed us.
Yeah, you missed us. So, Alvin C. Carter. Let's go down this list here, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, so don't Facebook. I'm sorry, you guys. We're gonna be going in and out, so don't worry. We're gonna be on Spreaker this evening. I'll tag all y'all. Now you and I have a partnership.
Yeah, we do actually.
Okay,
it's verbal.
It is quite verbal.
All we do is talk.
That's all we do. That's all we do. Just yap at the mouth. All right. Tell the people about our partnership as far as the Walter Jones Show. How effective is it?
It's an effective partnership to some degree. It's a 50-50 partnership, and I'll say that because I don't do 50% of the work.
No.
Because most of the work is done before the show begins.
That's true.
And so I'll say it's 70-30.
Yeah, that's good. Good number. Good number.
Every now and then he'll ask me my opinion. When he tired, done hit what we call writer's block.
Yeah, which is today.
And I just happen to be suffering from one. And do you know that once this idea came to fruition,
you started flowing.
Things came out. So there's a message in there.
There's a message.
Give and you'll get.
Yeah. Oh Lord, have mercy. That's good. That's good.
I'm preaching tonight, but
anyway. But that's a good one, boy. It's a good start.
Nevertheless, we our banter off each other, which looks like it's humorous and planned, is really spontaneous, but it's a partnership. It's a visual verbal partnership.
Yeah.
Of a 70-30 split. So what happens is the name of the show is yours, but I get billing.
True.
Which, if we look from a business perspective, gets my name out there, but I'm not the name that's going out there. So my pay is I've met some wonderful people because of you.
Oh, wow.
And I think some people have followed you because of me.
Yep.
So we both pull something out of it.
We did.
At the same time, you get something out of me because I offer something to bounce off of. So there is an exchange.
Yes.
Now, if we put a monetary amount on it, I don't think equity would allow it because of the way things are working. But it's still a great payout because we found out we brothers from another mother as a result of this, which is priceless.
It is.
And sometimes I be wanting to call you late at night when I'm up riding around, and I say, I'm going to leave him alone because it's too late to call somebody. And then lo and behold, boom, a post go up. He up. But that's when I walk in the house. I should have called him.
Yep. Because I don't go to bed till 2 a.m. every night. Faithfully every night.
That's your bedtime?
2 a.m.
That's when I just go in my house sometimes.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Now I'll be laying.
I am nocturnal.
Yeah, I am. Now, when I say 2 a.m., that means I laid down at 2 a.m. But I bring my iPad to bed with me because, you know, I ain't sleep, and I'm watching some YouTube, and there's always something educational about something that I'm trying to prepare for a show. Or sometimes I'll just say, you know what, let me put on Netflix and chill. Okay? Shut up, CC. And so,
all right, that has new meaning today. I'm slow.
Yes,
that's why you lost the remote.
And I said that, CC. He said, Then something in his mind said, wait a minute. Okay. So anyway, I really do, y'all, turn on Netflix because I pay that bill every month, so I use it.
And they have snuck that bill up so
yes,
high.
They did. They snuck
it up, $8 no more.
No.
I didn't realize it. I'm like, hey, hold on.
It went on up, Doc, right before your eyes. Yeah, they let everybody know on the news though that they were doing it.
And then I found out I got like 7 other accounts open on different devices.
Yeah.
My kids done gave my password
gave it away.
out.
Yeah. Oh no, I shut all that off, man. I said I'm pulling in all my accounts, change the password. It was over with. But you're right. I think that was a great thing. A great way.
Did you change your password? Who was this?
Who was this?
Oh, this is Alvin's friend, Joe.
What? Golly.
You gonna call me?
That is funny. Oh man,
give me $5.
Right, give me a month.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that we have here is because you're right. It's my show, it's my idea, but can you imagine me sitting here for 2 hours every night by myself trying to come up with these ideas and not have nothing or no one to bounce off of?
I've tried. It's hard
work.
It is really hard. It's really hard work.
Absolutely.
Those few times that I've had to do it, it was tough.
Yeah.
Or even worse when you left me with Art.
Yeah. Poor thing. He have not healed from that since.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one. You know. And again, and I benefit from it because then I get this wonderful comic relief. Okay. Then I get after the laughing is done, I get this intellectual theologian. Okay, this intellectual, and it's like, wow, I could not think of that stuff. I got to go to Google to find this stuff, and then Alvin, bam, 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 off his head, he gives it to me, and I'm still looking for the first the Google dot. See, and he already answered it for me. Okay, yeah, because sometimes I want to act intelligent. I want to say, hey, this came from me, and he be dropping those nuggets. I'm like, I can't even tell the people I thought of that.
I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
And this is a relationship that is turns out to be the great relationships of our time that we see in the Laurel and Harleys and the Abbott and Costellos and all those. That's why their bits work. That's why vaudeville worked back then, because they knew their place. They stayed in their lane.
And behind stage, they may be totally different.
Absolutely.
But to respect and understanding the role.
The role.
Because I dare not come in and say, this is the Alvin. I did it one time.
You did.
That was a joke when you weren't here. And it was turned the whole day into controversial corner. But that was just a joke.
Right.
I in the door, and I make a point of it to make clear that this is your show. Yeah. I never sit in that seat.
Oh, wow.
Symbolically on purpose because I understand protocol. I understand chemistry.
Sure.
All those things take place. And I think that's what makes friendship and business go wrong because they forget what they agreed to do.
They agreed to do. Ooh, wow. That's good.
They forget what they agreed to do. And when the agreement is broken, the entire covenant is at stake.
That's so true. Sir Walter Jones show with co-host Alvin C. Carter is the empire, okay? And you've walked in here and you saw a room full of people, and that seat that you're sitting in is empty,
or either it's given up.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true.
And it's given up because I don't sit in that seat. Okay. Right. Number two, I respect that seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so when special people come here, I always tell them, you sit there or grab another seat and sit around his chair. The only ones who have sat there are the ones who I didn't catch while I was trying to prepare my show, and he just sat there like, okay, I'm not going to tell this man to get up. Now, sometimes I have told maybe somebody like Art, somebody, man, you can't sit there.
Then other people who've been here know.
They know.
Or if I've watched this, never made a point to mention until now, but I've watched when other people in here who sat in the seat across from me, who have other guests. Yeah, they'll signal them and say, you need to get up.
Get up.
And I'm like, I don't care, but I also understand and realize because I've tried sitting here, and it was a challenge for us to make the chemistry work.
That's so true.
I've sat there once, and it didn't feel.
Yeah, it's just so awkward. That's so true. And I've sat there to be a guest on Lady Rochelle's show.
Okay.
And it was just so awkward sitting there. Then I switched into the mode of
you flipped the switch in your brain.
Yep. And I became Alvin C sitting there.
Oh wow!
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
Oh man!
I bet that was funny.
That man, I became her antagonist.
Okay.
Now
I don't try to antagonize.
Yeah, you don't try, but you do quite well. You're the chief antagonist. If there is a pay for that, you definitely will win the gold, the pot of gold.
Because that's what they say about me.
Absolutely. So we're bantering here about the Sir Walter Jones Show as an example of true partnerships where we know each other's role and we understand that if I try to take your role, it just won't work. You know, I sat there and tried to do Controversial Corner, remember that a couple times, and it was funny, but it can only work at that moment. If I had tried it the next day, it wouldn't have worked. Wow. Because it was like, okay, all right, Walter, that's enough. You know, you're not that great at it. All right. So you sat here and did an entire show.
And it's the same effect.
And you see what I'm saying?
I think they get tired of me by myself.
It's like, okay, what?
Number one, because in that seat, I'm at the helm.
Yes.
So at the helm, you can't, you don't have the luxury of flipping switches.
That's true. Yeah.
You have to keep it in order.
Oh my gosh.
So you have to make sure that the route is followed. So that means you're serious more than you are silly.
That's right.
Over here, I have the option of being silly and serious as it is needed.
Yes.
There, you have to make it fit in, or you set it up so it'll make it go, because silly may be the fuel that makes the show go that day.
Right.
But you still have to have a serious hat on.
Yeah.
And that's different. And the only time I have a serious hat on all the time is in the classroom. And people resent teachers.
Yes, they do. This I do know. Now Facebook, Urban Broadcast Media got like 3 Wi-Fis in the house.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Now,
none
of them no good. Okay, just want you to know that none of them no good.
Never mind.
Okay,
I just want that's an example of his serious banter.
Yeah. None of them no good. See, we have 2 T's and then we have a UBM Chicago. Okay, all right. Now you'll see that on there. Now, none of them no good because we in the basement. I don't care how great it works upstairs. We're too far from the routers. All right. So my other my other co-workers here, like the Annette Harris show and Lady Rochelle show, they upstairs.
But they still got trouble.
So they don't really have that problem that I have down here. Okay, at least
we need to elevate. Huh?
Yeah. So we need to. Well, no, they just need to put a router down here. Okay. All right, so y'all getting cut off or what have you is that the Wi-Fi's be switching on my phone from old to new, back and forth, and then y'all get this freeze and all that stuff. That's because we're dealing with Black Enterprise. Okay, now we're talking about 5 questions to ask before going into business with a friend. 5 questions, all right? This is a great article here, and I want to see if Alvin C have these. What do you mean, yes, I do, Lady Rochelle? She's on Facebook Live. You have problems, too, and you upstairs? Now, that's the devil. Pamela Skyas Levy. I'm going to just say this is Pamela because I can't even pronounce some of these names. And Nash Taylor, co-president and co-founder of Juicy Couture, became famous for his celebrated casual clothing line, which they went on to sell in 2013 for a whopping $195 million. All right? Sure, their story of success has had its share of ups and downs like any other business, but according to the best friends, the greatest decision they ever made was to go into business together. Noted Levy, you spent more time with a business partner than almost anyone when you're together. The highs are even higher and the lows don't seem so bad. As great as this kind of 50-50 arrangement sounds, so many partnerships, especially among friends, don't survive. In fact, if you research how to start a business with a friend, you'll see that expert after expert likens business partnership to marriage. Are you willing to hang in there with this person through the celebrations and the failures, the curveballs and monotonies? Can you accept that the little things about them that may annoy you now could only magnify under stress? If you're considering your own friend-based startup, asking and answering these kinds of questions is exactly what you should be doing. Okay, and they made a list here, the Big Five. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, before I go to the Big Five, let's talk about the marriage partnership. Why would you think that marriage and going into business partnership, they're saying we about the same?
Because marriage is a business now. It's a law, number one.
Right. Okay.
Number two, the time that's required or involved is likened to a marriage because you don't get into a marriage to quit after a few days.
That's true.
Another reason why I believe it's compared to a marriage is the commitment level. Yeah. The commitment level and the desire to endure the quirks.
Yeah.
And the love for the vision. And there's got to be some level of love for each other.
True.
To see the vision come to pass.
Yeah.
Because there will be some days where one of the partners is down.
Right.
From personal issues or even health issues.
Yeah.
And you got to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So all those are the same components that take place in marriage.
You're right. Good answer. See, he's staying in his lane. He's doing his job. I didn't have any issues today or last week with the Wi-Fi and the live FB feed upstairs. See, you upstairs. Annette Harris. Duh. Shoot. Why you upstairs? We talking about us suffering down here. Number one.
Those Zacchaeus, come on from out that tree.
Them Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
Number one, to what extent do you trust your partner? Where there's friendship, hopefully there's trust. But you should ask yourself just how much you trust your partner, your potential partner. Most of the time. With your life, on and off, zero in on what area, event gives you pause and think through what would happen if your partner lapsed in judgment. Is it something you can live with? On the other hand, would it decimate your company's credibility if your partner tend to over-compromise slightly on deliverables? That's one thing. But if they dance on a line that's unethical, that could be quite another.
Yeah.
All right. So that's number one. To what extent do you trust your partner?
Wow, that's important. And that's funny. That's because in marriages, they have prenuptial agreements.
They have prenuptials.
Because you might mess up, but I can't lose what I got because of you.
True.
That's an interesting point. How much do you really trust them?
How much do you trust them?
Their ethics. Wow, that's important.
Yeah.
And social point of view, because you may be a straight guy, and I'm not talking about preference. I'm just talking about overall morality.
Right.
I might be on the wild side, and what I like to do socially may be offensive to the dominant demographic that we serve in our company, and that will be detrimental to you.
That's true.
So
that's
true. That's something to think about.
That is something to think about, and also to go into partnership. Let's think on the religious aspect. Okay,
perfect example.
Yeah. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay, me being a Church of God in Christ man, we were forbidden to even associate with the Baptists. Okay, so that caused even the apostolics. Okay, there was this three-way divide. Okay, which I think I understand why they did that back in the day. I understand. Today I do not agree with it, but I understand why they did it.
I never understood.
But because the denominational, not the denominational, but the doctrinal beliefs, the theological aspect of it, they felt like you'll be tainting me. We didn't raise you to believe this one thing. Now you join forces with this guy. Now he's going to pull you into what we adamantly do not believe. And it could be something small like maybe baptism, which one person think that it is absolutely major, and these people over here says no, it's not. It's not major. It's just something that you do. You see what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess because I have crossed those. I've not become apostolic.
Sure.
But I've Baptist become Kojic.
Yeah.
And I think they put the emphasis apostolic in the name.
In the name.
Which we may think is not important, but the actual activism is huge in the Baptist church.
It is huge. First in the Baptist, then in the apostolic, and then second and thirdly in Kojic. Yeah.
This show is off the hook.
This show hot. This show is off the hook.
Phone
the lines are
line dead, not dead. It's out of the power, slain in the spirit. Hallelujah. Whoa, Shay. No. Now, ironically, as a young man growing up, what led me out of one denomination to the other had nothing to do with doctrine, but it had to do with an expression of worship and praise and the anointing.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for something tangible,
sure,
and not just mental.
Right.
Not to say it wasn't tangible then, but it just didn't draw me. So when I said I didn't understand it, because I didn't understand why it was wrong for me to lift my hands in a Baptist church, but it's okay for Mother so and so to swing her arms and shout and knock a usher tooth out when she praising God. So I was torn by that. But as I got older and I started understanding doctrinal differences, it was really slinging competitions, gunslinging competitions.
That's so true.
So
no, that makes a lot of sense.
Everybody live the same when they get out of church.
Yep, I agree with
you. May have longer skirts and different color suits, but folks was still doing things that folks do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We, many of the pastors of our minor denomination back in the day, they were almost defrocked. They were held in contempt of court because they married a Baptist woman. You know what I'm saying? Because it went against the denominational teaching. Again, that can never happen today, but that was the time.
Yes,
back then. So moving into for instance, what if you and I had two different religious aspects? For instance, we're doing a Christian show. Can I team up with you as a Muslim and I'm a Christian? Yeah, we're doing a Christian show.
We could do it, but there's going to be much conflict when it comes to the defining lines of our faith.
Defining lines, sure.
There's going to be a huge conflict because the Muslim will say, we honor Jesus as a great prophet.
Right.
The Christian is going to say he's the greatest prophet.
Right.
In fact, he's more than prophet, he's Messiah.
Right.
And then there's going to be a divide there because they're going to say Muhammad is, and then we're going to say, well, Muhammad, yes, he's son of God, because all men are sons of God to some degree, but Muhammad came later. Then there's going to be all these timelines and dates. That's the white man's religion, but no, you got white Muslims.
That's so true.
So it could be a huge, huge debate.
Yes.
One of which I would say, if he's a great prophet, how come you don't believe the only prophecy he made?
Yeah, that's so true.
Which is he's the son of God.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point.
So then there's another debacle. So then, what would be the tenets of our show?
Sure. Man, that's a great point. Let's go even controversial in this since you actual name.
I wasn't controversial enough when I said
that.
You
know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm a Church of God in Christ. I was born and raised it, and I was ordained, but that's where it stops. Okay, when I go on the street, they don't even know I'm Kojic. Okay, because matter of fact, I get in trouble with them because some of the things I say, things I post on social media. All right, which I love the controversy. I love that.
Yeah, you taught me how to be controversial.
Yes.
You just threw the name, but you
how to put it in formality. Now, I don't know if you saw my video on Preacher Shouldn't Make.
I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah.
I tried and I only got it kept looping on.
Yeah.
Somebody got in there and edited it or something.
All right.
So
yeah.
You don't have to show me.
Well, it's I only expected it to talk 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It turned to 2 hours because I kept looking at the comments and I had to address the comments. So I got raw. I got really raw. All right.
Dang, I missed that.
Oh, I got to the point where I said
that should have been a show.
That should have been a show, and I'm gonna take the audio and have to put it on Spreaker. But I saw when I talked to him, I said, "Oh my God, I'm Alvin C. Carter. This is ridiculous." I mean, I was straight up using terminology. I was using.
Oh, you took your filter off.
I took the filter straight off.
Because see, I don't have a filter.
Yeah, I took it straight off, and a couple people was like, "Oh my God, he's filterless." Okay, they were saying that, and I said, "I don't care." I said, I got y'all here, and I had a whole lot of people listening at the time. I had more listening at that time than I had ever done on Facebook Live. So I says, I got y'all now. Let me tell y'all, okay, how horrible this situation is. So I mean, I was using ding-a-ling, and I was using tap it, and I was using words that were clean. I wasn't using profane words, but the way I used it, your mama would be like, okay, let me turn this off, baby. I can't take no more. Now, I was doing all that.
How was she a mama?
Yeah. Okay. And then when I went to my Cobra convention Monday, all right, I walked into the bishop's chambers, and you should have seen the men looked at me, and some of them started laughing because they saw the video.
Oh, okay.
And a couple of them pulled me to the side. It says, boy, Doc, I saw your video, man. Woo, you sure is telling the truth. And I want to tell them so bad. Yeah, but why are you pulling me to the side? Why can't you say that openly? You don't want to know. You don't want them to know that I was telling the truth. And I was cracking up. Okay, I brought that up to bring something here. But because how I came up and because my show, a lot of my so-called Kojic followers listen. You're a man of the Masonic cloth.
Shh. Don't
okay.
About it.
Okay, because it's a secret, right? Okay. Shh. It's a secret. All right. Now, we've done those shows, so ain't nothing to hide. Some people will ask me, and they have not asked me, maybe because they're afraid, how can I even link up with someone who's Masonic, even though many of our pastors...
Many Kojic pastors
are Masonic, and they don't even know. Matter of fact, when one died, and then y'all do the ritual, our presiding bishop was one, and the most of the church didn't know until we saw the funeral, and it shocked many of them.
And I wonder which ritual do they do?
Right,
there's several different ones.
Do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was shocking to many of the bishops when they were like, "You gotta be kidding me." Then it began to make sense because they said, "You know what? I noticed how he would shake so and so's hand. I noticed how
now they speculate.
They start speculating. You know what I'm saying? And they would start coming up with these things like, "Oh, when I saw so and so." Okay, now we're into business together. But notice we've been doing this almost 2 years, and that has not been an issue with me or any of my guests who have come on the show. Matter of fact, you rarely ever bring up the whole. Rarely do you bring it up unless you accosted by it. Okay.
Oh, y'all don't know I bring it up.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, a lot of times I know when you bring it up because I could tell by your tone. And then you see, and that's another thing about partnerships. I didn't know you that well prior to this partnership. But once being on a show with you for a couple of weeks, I began to learn your innuendos, your sometimes double entendres.
You taught them to me because I didn't realize I had them.
Oh, my God. I began to pick them up. And then now it's like when you say something, my guests would miss it every time. But I be like, I look at you and say,
that's the fun of it. Now it's the fun of it.
Now it's the fun of it because I've learned you. And I know when you slip one in, and something you don't even have to laugh. You don't have to laugh because that will give it away. And the fact that you don't laugh makes it even funnier. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because that's a part of your character.
Well, I also know that many of my Masonic brothers listen to the show.
Okay.
And they've been asking, what a Spreaker account? I mean, because some of them go back and they look for it and look for the link.
Wow.
And they've been asking, like when I was in Miami, brothers I didn't even know yet, but they follow me because we have the Masonic pages and you refriend them. Yeah. Hey man, you still do that show with that Jones dude? I'm like, yeah, we still do the show. You know, we're talking. I didn't even know you listened. This old man in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, and he because contrary to popular belief, you have to be a Bible reader.
Yes.
And many of them learn, especially from the Theology Thursday shows.
Wow.
Because many of them won't go to church.
Wow.
Because they think it's hypocritical.
Sure.
But they have a serious interest in the Bible. Like the ones we debate. Chris, what's the Chris Eric guy? The agnostic friend of ours, I think his name is Chris.
Oh, Christopher.
Yeah, he changed his name every
Simpson.
week. Simpson, that's it. Yeah, he had a different handle.
Yeah,
there are many people there are many people. Iron Man's a new name.
Iron Man.
Yeah, many people like that are in the Masonic faith. The Bible is the rule and guide of our faith.
Sure.
So sometimes I throw stuff in because I know they're listening. Sure. And they can make a connection.
Wow.
Because we are we're living epistles. Our lives may be the only Bible some people read.
That's true.
So I throw it in there, but I don't brag about it. The more I grow in it, the more I'm learning less to wear even identity pieces because they should recognize me as one because of how I carry myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure many have thought you were one. I'm quite sure many have thought you were one because our holiness is what they teach.
Okay.
In its basic infancy. Then you learn other things as you grow in the field. But God's people need to be reached at all. And Paul said, I became all things to all men that I might win some.
That's true.
Only thing I'm not becoming is gay. I can't win them if that got to be.
I can't. I'm not. I can't become gay to win them. I'm sorry. No.
I'll be a lesbian.
That was the moment right there.
I can't be serious too long.
There's that moment. Whoo! Yeah.
That's what I love when I catch you speechless. I wish we had video cameras to catch those moments in your face.
Well, there's one right there. Okay. That was number one. To what extent do you trust your partner? And I trust Alvin C. Carter. I trust him. Matter of fact, if I didn't trust him, I would shut the shows down when I'm not here. But sometimes tell him, okay, can you cover for me? And bam, he's there because I can trust. He knows he knows the breaks at 4:30. He knows the breaks at 5. He knows that at 5:30 something happens there. And then when I have guests here, he knows how to. Matter of fact, he sat here with the great Eric Jewel Hayes.
Oh my God!
Okay, and
that was
and so you have to know when to sit in this chair when you have a special guest. How to entertain the guest.
Ironically, Eric sat in that
He
chair.
sat here. Ain't that something? I didn't know that.
And I sat there, I think, because I rushed in.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a hard host there. That was
because he knew.
Because that dude was on point. And then I was trying to do you because you like to put people on the hot seat, a warm seat, not a hot seat.
Sure.
So I'm trying to download questions because I didn't know I had to do that show that day.
Sure,
until,
that's right. That's right.
So I'm Googling and I'm thinking on the ride.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was so challenging.
Wow.
Because then I didn't want to let you down because I knew it was a lot riding on the fact that this show was brand new and we had to make it work.
That's true.
And I listened back to that show twice and was like, wow. I took notes. I took his notes.
Right. Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
Oh, I could have used that tonight.
Yeah, you sure could have. No. Yeah, Eric knows the stuff, man.
God.
He's an amazing man on that topic.
Any topic.
Yeah, well, that's true. Any topic. And, he and I, we go back and forth. Sometimes we disagree. But that's that part of the iron sharpening our iron part.
Yeah.
Number 2, how will they exemplify your brand? All right, this is important here. As you hone your company's identity and distill your service or products down to the essentials, think through how your partner will personify your brand. Experienced advertising executive and an assistant professor at the Temple University School of Media and Communications, Stacey Harper, advises. Ensuring that your new partner fully embraces your brand tenets, avidly enforces your brand standards, and consistently delivers on your brand promise is vital for your business success. A strong brand cannot exist unless the leadership is unified in living the brand at all times. If, for example, your partner is technically brilliant but appears disorganized or disheveled in front of clients, it will hurt your brand authority. I don't know if you ever seen this, but I have seen this as well. For instance, I may have created this computer system. I know the ins and outs, but I'm afraid to talk to people in front of people.
Moses and Aaron.
There it is.
Moses and Aaron.
Give us a scenario in that area.
Well, Moses was the one given the task to do. He was the one given the assignment and the vision. And Moses looked at his weakness as an orator or one that could sell it. And God gave him Aaron. He got rebuked, but he gave him Aaron.
Sure did.
And contrary to popular belief, if you read your Bible, many of the miracles that you see or hear about, Aaron performed, not Moses.
That's so true.
Because God used him.
Yep.
But Moses was the head. Aaron knew that. And Aaron was the older brother.
Yeah, right.
But it was Moses giving the vision. Moses is who God spoke to. And God spoke to Moses. Moses transmitted the vision to Aaron and whoever else that was around him, Joshua and whatsoever, and it went forth. There's a partnership right there.
That's so true. That is a partnership, and you got to decide who's going to be the spokesman of the company,
right?
Because everybody who's CEO can't be the spokesman because sometimes they can't talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be president of the United States, and I'm gonna fit schools closed in 17 them states. What your name is? Hey, Whitey. Your name in Russia. What Whitey name in Russia? Whitey name in Russia. You know I'm talking about the Whitey in Russia.
Right. Oh.
The Whitey in Russia. Come on, with it. Putin. Putin. Yeah, Putin. Yeah. How you doing, Mr. Putin? Well, it smells good in here.
I can't do this with this man.
Why they call you Casimir? You got on cotton.
Oh my God! I'm glad Bishop Tutu ain't hanging around. Cause can you imagine that? Oh my gosh!
When they told me Bishop Tutu was coming, I got him a dress.
No. Okay, so how will they exemplify your brand? Okay, who's the spokesperson for the brand? The strongest person who can identify with the customers should be the one out there on the front, the one who does the media. Okay, you look at even in politics, sometimes you just got not just politics, but if a company make a mistake or if something happens with your credit card, now you got all these hacks and what have you. Mm-hmm. The CEO is not the one that usually they have a spokesman out there and says, okay, on behalf of yada yada yada. Matter of fact, in the United States government, the president have a spokesperson,
the press secretary.
Mm-hmm. All right, and he speaks on behalf. And when they ask the press secretary questions about the president, that man has to speak as if he is the president.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Or say he'll get back to them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Or he has the skilled way of answering without answering.
Yep. He sure does.
And they give him a list. They prepare him. They tell him.
They do. He'll say, now, the president doesn't feel that we need to, or the president does not.
That information is forthcoming.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's got to know the heartbeat of the president,
and he has to have the temperament.
Yes.
Because the last person to ask the question, he said that information is forthcoming.
Yeah.
Another reporter is going to ask the same question in a different way, and that information is forthcoming.
Yes.
By the fifth time, he done said it 5 times. Somebody else says the same question. Didn't I just tell you that the information is forthcoming? He didn't do that. He has to continue to have the right temperament.
That's Obama's anger management.
Yes. Oh man, I saw a rerun of Key and Peele.
Oh my gosh.
That show reminds me of us.
Yeah, it is. It's straight us. Straight us. Number 3, before we go to this break, do they have a key skill or selling point that you don't have? That's very important. At the end of the day, your partner should have a compelling value proposition that you lack. Be strategic about what you need, whether it's executive experience, the cash of a big company name, or someone with vast contacts. Okay, for instance, let's say I knew everybody and you didn't. All right, so bam, you benefit from me knowing everybody, okay, and let me talk to all the people that I know. You just sit back and let me, because you financing the company. All right, so let me talk to my financial advisor. What is they called? There's a
underwriter.
CEO. Well, there's an underwriter, then a CFO, I think it's called.
Chief Financial
Officer. Let me talk to my CFO because he's gifted in that area.
Yeah.
Now I can't be writing checks and what have you because then I don't know the financial status. So I'm writing checks, not realizing that the account is in zero. Okay, but my CFO know it.
Or even if it's a wise check to write.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because someone can sell you, and it sounds good, but that CFO would know, because of his gifting and his knowledge, he'd know what to look for in background information and projections.
Yes, projections.
And says, the projections don't look like this is a sound check to write.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to go in that direction.
Yeah. That's good stuff. I'm going to talk about, when we come back, I'm going to stay right there where you are because I'm going to talk about I work for a construction company. Dorothy Brown brought me into this, and it was a husband and wife team.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about the good and bad about that business. Yeah. And the ugly. We'll do that at 5 o'clock. We're going to talk about some news. CC, how about that? And commercial after that, and come on back. This is Sir Walter Jones Show.
urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered.
Love, glory, and inspiration 24 hours a day. UBM Praise Chicago, a service of the UBM Networks.
The following show is paid program. It does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
Investigative reports from Marilyn Keaty for the Sir Walter Jones Show, Wednesday, August 10th, 2016. No show in marching participation. The famous Chicago Southside Drill Team have chosen not to participate in this year's Bud Billiken Parade. Bud Billiken is said to be the mythical god that watches over children. The Chicago Defender Charity, which runs this event, has had to cut back on the length of the parade as well as participators due to budget cuts. Of the 300 drill team members, half would only be able to perform. Leaders of the team will not cut their team in half, either all or none. Parents of the team members are outraged. Shooting toll. In just the second day of this week, the shooting toll in Chicago reports 12 dead and 28 wounded. All incidents were gun-related, whether from standing on the corner, front porch, in the car, or just random shooting. Lives have been taken by the hands of others. In sports, Canadian-born John Sanders, 61 that is, has died. Sanders was a prominent broadcaster of his time. His fans knew him as the big-time host for ESPN. Saunders covered the World Series, Major League Baseball, All-Star Game, college football, and hosted the Sports Reporter Show. He is survived by his wife, Wanda, and his daughter, Aaliyah and Jenna. Weather. Expect temps to once again reach 90 degrees on Thursday with an evening low of 77. The rest of the week is in the low of 80s, the possible showers on Friday. Today in history, the Smithsonian Institute was established, and President FDR was stricken with polio. That has been investigative reports from Marilyn Keaty for the Sir Walter Jones Show.
What's the disguise for, Barney?
Gonna trick Fred into giving me some of his new Post cereals.
Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles, too.
That beard would only fool a dum-dum.
Then it'll fool Fred. Say, stranger, I'm hungry.
Well, here, old-timer, try the Flintstones' new Fruity Pebbles. New Cocoa Pebbles, too.
Ooh, these new Fruity Pebbles taste like a bowl of noisy fruit.
If you put sweet pebbles in your mouth, you'll never have rocks in your head.
Cocoa Pebbles are cocoa-moco good.
Well, have some more. Have more Fruity Pebbles, too.
Hi, Barney.
Hi, Wilma.
Barney!
Fooled you, Fred.
You ate up all my pebbles.
Free Flintstones action toy inside the specially marked box.
Why, you...
Ooh, I love Pebbles. Yabba dabba do.
Welcome back, Pebbles, and Bam Bam and all the rest of y'all. Yeah, we were talking about number 3. Do they have a key skill or selling point that you do not have? Okay, now I remember getting a job from the great Dorothy Brown. Thank you, Dorothy Brown, if you're listening out there. She is our clerk of the Chicago City Clerk. Yeah, Circuit Court. And Church of God in Christ missionary, by the way. Okay, and she got me hired at this job where it was a man who, made his money on building stuff. He had government contracts, city contracts. Worked. We were called in to take care of the upkeep and maintenance of Cabrini Green, many of the CHA buildings. Okay. And his wife was in the accounting. She was over the accounting.
Okay.
All right. So, they brought me in. She brought me in, Dorothy Brown, and I would sit there and do a lot of the books, And the husband would come in the room, and I would hear stuff I shouldn't hear.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Issues, complaints.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it was personal.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah, so I can imagine if they're doing this here, they're definitely bringing that stuff into the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And then she got pregnant, and so now she got to go on baby leave. But she spoke fluent Spanish. She was really a Spaniard, but she mixed. So I could tell when there was a problem because she went from speaking English to Spanish.
Okay.
And I didn't know a lick of Spanish, but I knew there was some. I knew she was talking about her husband too.
I know cussing when I hear.
I know some cussing when I hear. Okay, and I would hear these things, but she was good at what she did. She was great at it. But it got to the point where she just couldn't do it anymore, and she left the company. Okay. So that caused me to have to do a little bit more, and of course I got a raise, and then the Lord blessed where I moved up in the company. But I looked at that and it scared me. So when I got married, I says, no way. I'm not entering into business with my wife. Not gonna do it. Although if you're married, going into business, your wife gonna be in the business regardless.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But I said I'm not gonna have my wife come to the shop and working side by side with her all day. I just not gonna do it.
Yeah, when there's a break. When is there a break?
Yeah, when is there a break? Because I didn't want my work being there and at home. I didn't want to be in bed with my wife talking about the work, the problems at the job, on the job. I just didn't do it. Now, some relationships work great that way. I know some married couples who work absolutely perfect. I look at the Sabrina restaurant out there. Have you ever ate there before?
No, I haven't had the privilege yet.
Sabrina's great. They've been around for many, many, many years.
Heard of them, but I have yet to go out there.
Oh, good stuff. Pastor Tyrone Gask, his wife Sabrina, started that restaurant.
Oh, look at her! Yeah.
And if you see some of their pictures, you'll say, "Oh yeah, I know that man."
No, I know Renee. I know him, but I just never didn't know they were Sabrina.
Oh yeah. They just work perfectly in business. Okay, it's a restaurant, which means they have to deal with all kind of people coming in and out of there. So I'll use them as an example that there are some married couples that do quite well in business. You just have to know your weakness as well as your strengths and see if you come together and work that out. So they're saying here, be strategic about what you need, whether it's an executive experience and on and on, as I read before we got off the break. The team around the management table is exactly what the VC wants in order to ensure that your business is more than a one-man show. They talked earlier when I was getting ready to read where it says, startup consultant George Deeb advises if you are launching a new search engine and you have a Google engineer on your staff that will get a VC's attention, the VCs will be impressed by your hiring skills, finding the best talent, and your sales skills, getting those proven winners to buy into your vision. Okay, and those are the VCs are pretty much venture capitals.
Gotcha.
Okay? Yeah. Now, number 4 is, are they in a stable place in life? There's a reason that 60% of employers check a potential employer's credit score and history. How it handles their own finances may seem like a private matter, but in a startup, your own bottom line becomes more public, especially between owners.
Yeah. And will they steal?
Will they steal? Will they rob you blind? Your partner needs to be wealthy. Need not be wealthy necessarily, but if they're in dire straits, you could end up in a situation where rather than bouncing back from a failure, you'll foreclose your doors.
Yes.
Similar, if your potential partner is in the beginning, let's say, of a bitter and drawn-out divorce, it will be incredibly difficult for this matter not to spill into your business arrangement. During times of major turbulence in your life, think about how grounding a stable, calm person could be. And that's the kind of person you want in your corner. Yeah, so don't team up with somebody who's just going through those problems. Not if you go into business to make money and they're struggling financially. They're going to always be saying, I need to pull some money from the account.
Yes, I need an advance on my salary.
Yep, and you're the partner. And in partnership, you should always be putting into the business more so than taking out of it.
Yeah, you can't take out till after 5 years.
You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. And I trust me, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
I learned it the hard way. I went to partnership, and I was like, you know what? I'm really not financially stable to be in this type of business where all the money is going in front of my face and I'm struggling at home.
Right.
I can hardly pay my rent, but all this money is going back and forth for the business. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I can continue this because this is too much. This is too tempting.
Yes, that's
you
the
know
word.
what I'm saying? It's too tempting. And I was working around the corner. I mean, around the clock. You know, around the clock. But I knew I couldn't pull from the business because, again, like you just said,
if business ain't ready to take care of you. You taking care of it. It's still a baby.
Yeah, so I couldn't be pulling from that to keep giving into it. And this is the patience that a lot of African Americans don't have when starting a business, or we're trying to hold on to business. Is that they keep thinking that I'm in business now, or I'm getting ready to go into business so I can make some money, so I can buy this house, buy this car. No, please. Now you look at a lot of my white friends who started businesses. They're like, we don't pull nothing. They come to work with the faded blue jeans and some regular shoes.
They work for themselves, but their job is their business.
It's their business.
So they don't look at it as a rich quick scheme.
No,
they look at it as a way to make money without having somebody over their shoulder bossing them around.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly it. 20 years down the road, they look at the nest egg that they built up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
when they can't work anymore, then they live the lavish life.
They live the lavish life. Absolutely. Now, that should be, what we should be looking forward to, because retirement really is everything. Okay, and our parents and our forefathers, they understood the aspect of retirement. They bought property. They owned their own home. They did all these things because they was setting a precedence, and they were trying to invest in us, their children's lives. Okay. Yes. Then they turned old, and then they were able to reap the benefit from their labor. Because a lot of times when they died, you found money everywhere.
Yeah.
In private accounts, under the mattress, you found property.
They didn't really trust banks.
No, they didn't trust banks.
And they didn't believe in no credit cards because they felt like credit card was buying against the store.
Yeah.
They called it.
Yeah.
Against the store. And they weren't talking about a store. They was talking about storage.
Storage. That's true. That is so true. Yeah.
So you had mattresses stuffed. Mm-hmm. You found old rusty cookie jars and tin cans in the back of the cabinet.
Yes,
Didn't know
did.
why it wouldn't be thrown away.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you open it up. Ooh. Mm-hmm. You ever wonder why if you needed some money you can go to Granny and she had it?
She always had it.
She ain't never go to work?
Nope.
No, because she had already worked.
She did.
And she knew you was going to need some money.
She knew you
was
going to need them. Yeah. That is so true. That's a good point. What is that? Soul Food? I think the movie called Soul Food?
No, the TV. Yeah.
Big Mama.
Was hitting the TV.
Mm-hmm. Hitting all that money in that TV. Yeah. And that was the way it was in the South.
Yeah, I remember a story. Young lady decided to surprise her mother because she said she had an old lumpy mattress, and went and bought her mama a nice expensive mattress.
Yeah,
and the furniture company bought the mattress, put it on the bed. She dressed the bed with linen, and they had them take that old mattress to the alley. That mattress was lumpy because that was her savings account.
Wow,
that mother was so mad.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
They were looking for that $30,000 worth of mattress.
Ooh-wee.
I went outside looking for mattresses.
Yeah.
Knowing it.
Yeah. My God, today. And this last one here, number 5, is can you do a beta test? In the best situation, you and your partner can do a pilot or trial before fully committing to your startup. Recommends Melinda Emerson, author of Become Your Own Boss in 12 Months, a month-by-month guide to business that works. It's best to test the relationship so that you can see how your potential partner works well with you on your project. You need to know if he or she is a person of action or if they need instruction. Are they in charge are they an in charge kind of person who always needs to be a leader? Can they follow your lead sometimes? A pilot or beta project would reveal just the answers you need to these kinds of questions and necessity before committing your energy and capital to a startup. I don't know how you're gonna do that. I'm sure you many of them who are probably doing okay can do that, but if you're desperate,
that's called business shacking.
You sure? That's straight business shacking. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I
don't understand how you do that. Yeah. I mean, unless you're just playing business.
Unless you're just playing.
Let's pretend.
Yeah, let's pretend we're business.
So we're gonna use monopoly money.
Yeah,
what?
I don't know how you do that.
How you do that without the same?
Because you can't pretend because you're gonna find yourself then. We're not really patient enough to do something like that. It's like trying to being what did we call it? Friends with business. Okay. Yeah, it's like okay. I trust you, you trust me, male and female. We're gonna go out of town because we got a convention. Don't worry about getting 2 hotel rooms. Get the same hotel room, okay? And then we'll, we trust each other. Okay, but then you go in there and you realize there's only 1 bed. No, that's cool. We trust each other, okay? And then you go ahead, take your showers, okay? And then you put your nightclothes on.
If y'all could see how I'm looking at him.
And then you go and get in the bed. You're like, don't worry, we trust each other.
Hey, man, wait. Where your pajamas? This is how I sleep. You can trust me. I don't want you. I can't sleep. I gotta sleep like this.
Alvin, I'm gonna be transparent here. Can I be transparent? Because I've been on a transparent tour lately.
Oh Lord.
The woman that I wasn't sexually attracted to her whatsoever. And she said, so this was many years ago. Mm-hmm. And we laying in bed fully clothed, laying in bed watching TV. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're friends. We're just kicking it as friends. And then we both fell asleep.
Okay.
All right. Now, something happens to a man sometimes in his sleep slumber. You understand what I mean?
Yes, it's called got to go to the bathroom, but you don't want to wake up.
You don't want to wake up. Yeah.
Now you get.
I get it. Yeah. Right. Okay. So.
Full bottle of water.
Full bottle. Yeah. I mean, my quiver was full. Okay. And I wake up and realizing I'm incoherent. Maybe I guess you could say. Okay. Now she wake up the same way because women have the same issues.
Okay,
they good. This is what I hear. All right, they have this issue where they'll go to bed and then but then in the middle of the night or they'll wake up and then they have this feeling of I need to be touched.
Touch me in the morning. Okay,
then what?
I don't go away.
Cause we ain't got tomorrow. Okay?
We had yesterday.
Yeah. So before you knew it, we both at the same time started.
Oh.
And it just turned into a...
That bed was a mess. Y'all both went to the bathroom at the same time? In the bed?
It turned into a pounding match. Who can test the sleep numbers the best? Okay.
Okay.
And then we had to stop abruptly because we realized, this ain't good. This ain't healthy. This is not what we both intended. But then it dawned on me, the Bible says, how can a man put fire to his bosom
and not be burned?
And not be burned.
Right. So
that's what kicked off on the pages on number 5 here. How do you go and do a test like that and not slip into business? Because we don't really have that kind of patience today. You'll find yourself after a few days says, you know what, this might be working out, and then you used to go down to the city clerk's office, fill out the papers. Now you're in the business, and it's like many of us who saw a girl and then 60 days later we married her, thinking that she's gonna work out, and you realize, God dog it,
what did I get myself
into if I had just waited? I don't even know the girl's middle name. You know what I'm saying? And that's
business shacking.
Business shacking.
That's the only way that could be justified.
Sure.
You say, okay, we're gonna do this for 3 months, and we set this goal. Mm-hmm. We're gonna set a time limit and a goal. If we reach our goal in 3 months, we'll set another 5-month goal. Yeah. That's the only way I can see that theory really working with fidelity. Before you actually put paperwork to it. But still, if you meet the goals, what's the output? What are you going to do with that money? You know what I'm saying? And then you may have to just operate like that.
That's true.
Then you get the paperwork, so you're legitimate, and then you go from there. But who has the patience?
Yeah, who's got the patience? I know I don't.
Because I'm surprised y'all stopped.
Yeah, well, thank God we kept our clothes on. That's what I want to say. Because we realized, what, this is pressure.
Oh, you didn't start. You just You opened the door to the car, but you did not put the key in the ignition.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We pretty much we were singing from the prophet R. Kelly. Ain't nothing wrong with lip bump and grind.
Okay.
Pretty much, okay? And that's pretty much where we were. Yeah, and then I realized.
So why were you grinding? She was there.
She was there. And that's as funny as that is. That's what happened. She was there.
She was there.
Yeah, and she said the same thing. Well, he was there, and we realized this is stupid. Don't get caught up in that situation again.
Right.
Okay?
Here's your pillow. Give me a pillow.
Give me
Goodbye.
I'll sleep in the bathroom or in the toilet or somewhere. Okay, so that right there. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So let's recap this up, Doc. Okay.
Yes.
All right, there are different scenarios of entering into business with each other.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a scenario of those who should not enter into business together. You both are friends.
Two friends that have poor money management skills.
Poor money management skills.
Is not a good venture. You may be visionaries. And then two friends who are both visionaries but not administrators.
Yeah.
If you have two people who have great ideas but nobody has follow through, don't enter business with each other because you're going to frustrate each other because all you're going to have on the table is a bunch of ideas and no productivity.
No productivity.
If you don't get along because one is always silly, another one is always serious, don't go into business with each other.
Yes. That's good.
If you don't have the same moral compass, don't go into business with each other. What do you mean moral compass? You like jazz, you like rock music, and then you like beer and you drink milk, and you get enough beer in you going crazy, and then you like tolerant and you aggravate each other's business friends or comrades, which may be potential patrons of your business. Don't go in business with each other.
Don't do it.
In other words, opposites attack. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Opposites attack, they don't attract.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Another thing,
the most controversial corner.
That was pretty good. Another thing, another person who I don't want to go into business is the people who I never talked to ever, but then all of a sudden they got this great business idea, and now they want me to go into business with them. Okay, and I see you every week. I see you at church.
And avoid users.
Yeah, it's pretty much avoid them. I'm telling you, I got some people who say, "Man, you would be perfect in business with me." Yeah, but I see you every week, and you don't even know me really. You know my name, you know my family, but you don't know me, and you just think you just gonna move in because now you the asset that I have. Okay, I have this. I have a lot of followers.
I was useless before. Now I'm full of worth because you found out my potential.
And I get this all the time. Now that I get all these listeners on my radio show and then through my videos on YouTube, I get thousands of people. Now the people who I've been trying to get, at least, can we have a sandwich together or something? Now they calling me saying, hey, let's hang out. Now I know why you want to hang out with me. Now I got something. I didn't have anything 10 years ago. Now I got something. Now
when I was a caterpillar, you wanted to step on me.
You see what I'm saying?
Now I'm a butterfly and you want to glide with me.
No, don't want you. I don't want you. And they came in. I hear about your show, man. Can you come on the show? I'll say, yeah. You know how they used to say back in the business, when you're in town, give me a call. We'll
do lunch.
We'll do lunch. That's something that we have to say. But I ain't doing lunch with you, bro.
Don't call me. I'll call you.
You know what I'm saying? That was an episode on Martin. Tommy from In Living Color. Remember the skinny boy, Tommy?
Tommy Davidson?
Davidson. I think it was Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
Okay. On one of Martin's episode, he was this talk show host.
Okay.
Okay. And Martin was in the audience with Gene and the rest of them. And they were he was supposed to come on the show, something like that. Tommy met him somewhere else.
Okay.
On the radio, he was doing his radio show. Okay. And then he says, when you're in town, cook up, man. You come by the house. All right, cool, man. So Martin came to the to the TV show.
Yeah.
And while he's sitting in the audience, he like, remember me? Remember you set up? I can,
you came to my show.
Yeah, all this stuff, And Tommy like, okay. And then when they win the commercial, he says, man, what you doing? What you talking? He said, that's what we tell each other. That's what we say in the business. But you ain't never come to my house. I don't want you in my house. He said, that's the business. This is the industry talk. You know what I'm saying? So it works the same way when I see these cats, man, who want to be on my show so bad now. But prior to that, I want nothing to them. You know what I mean? And then I see this so I can't enter into that business with them because once they use me up, now I'm back to
it goes back. Now I equate that to need and want.
Yeah.
In relationships, need and want. If they need you, once there's met, you're useless.
You're useless.
But if they want you, they want you.
They want you.
They got they will want you now, and they should want you whenever.
There are other people who have they're trying to start up a business, or they have a business. They might be struggling, okay, or might be doing something I don't know, okay. Then you got something that they see they could benefit on. So they'll say, I'm going to help you out, Alvin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to help you out. Mm-hmm. Okay, now you know what's in their mind.
Yeah.
They're telling you they're going to help you, but really, yes. And so they'll try and, you know, be a part of what you're doing. And they'll it seems like, you know,
they're supporting you.
They're supporting you.
They're seeing what they can get.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Biding their time.
Yep, they're right. Buying their time. So to the point that when they make suggestions, you can tell, oh, no, that suggestion is for you.
Right.
It ain't for me.
You should get this lime green Cadillac.
Right.
And I'll be your driver.
Yeah. I mean, I've had friends who had shows like this, and they brought people in to help them out. Before you knew it, the people they brought in to help them out, they were changing the show. They were promoting it as now it's Pookie and Walter show instead of Sir Walter show. Okay, and you know they began to, and when they talk to these people, for instance, if I got somebody in let's say Florida, okay,
I was going to say something. That's not.
Okay, if I got somebody in Florida who's kind of partner up with me, all right, I'm not around them, but I have a friend who knows them, so they're down in Florida. And now this person is talking about how it's their show, it's their idea, it's their.
Yeah, I've actually was just saying. I've told people this is my show, but I gave you the name.
Oh yeah.
I said he got a better face than me.
and see, in that aspect, I love it. You know why? Because it's like how I'm using church a lot because that's what I know. If I'm the minister of music. Okay, of a thing, and you help constantly helping build this thing. Okay, go ahead, get credit all you want to, because it's making me look good. It really is. You help building my empire. Go ahead, reap the benefit. It's like what is the Bible talked about muzzling not the ox?
Muzzling not the ox that treads out the corn. Yeah.
Okay,
he gonna keep pulling that plow as long as he can eat.
Man, go ahead and eat from my labor.
Yeah.
The disciples were a little upset because they were out there winning the laws that and using Jesus' name. Mm-hmm. You know, and he was
not in the business.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Let them. They're just like, really? You get upset? You don't have exclusivity toward me. Mm-hmm. It's like how we treat Martin Luther King. We think we've got carte blanche on that man. But there were white folk marching with him.
Sure enough.
They were marching.
White folks that got killed.
Yes, yes. They were nigger lovers, they were called.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You weird.
Yeah, mm-hmm. But they were right there with Martin Luther King, holding his hands up like Moses, okay? But we think, no, I don't want no white folk being around. Don't even mention his name on Martin Luther King Day. Who gave you the right? Okay? Alvin C. Carter, let's talk about the music business, okay?
Okay.
There are people who you and I write songs together.
Yes.
All right? Now, people come to me and they said, yeah, I collaborated with so-and-so, all right? They'll tell me, but he's taking all the credit. The copyright papers just got him on there, and or the CD is released, but my name ain't in the credits. And I know I wrote at least 30% of that song. Mm-hmm. How do we handle a situation like that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because I'm dealing with something right now.
Right now, with that.
But my name is on it, but I'm trying to figure out how come I ain't getting paid. No, somebody posted something on Facebook, and they took it and made it a house mix.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out, okay, who do I see in my cut?
Right, but I mean, not after the fact. I mean,
but before the fact.
Yeah, going into it, you and I sit at the piano. We're getting ready to write this hit.
Oh, then we need to establish that from the beginning.
Yes.
That whose names go where. When we fill out these copyright papers, make sure that no poor man copywriting here.
Yeah, right.
No, we trying to get this man. So I ain't gonna be no beggar man, and I ain't gonna deal with you, thief.
Right.
No, you have to establish an understanding from the head.
True. Yes.
I mean, there's no other way around that, unless you're just given a gift of your talent.
Absolutely. One of the tricks of the trade that I have seen, and I'm gonna close on this one here, is that I wrote the lyrics. Okay, here I am bringing a song to you, Alvin C. Carter. You are a pianist and you are an arranger, and I sat at the house and I came up with this melody, la 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 la, and then I wrote the lyrics to that melody.
That's your song.
Okay, I bring it to you. I said, now can you arrange it for me?
Right.
All right. So you give me a nice little arrangement with some horns and whistles and bells. Okay, all right. You bring it. I hear the song. I say thank you. This is a great song. Okay, the project is released. I see my name on it, but I also see it says Walter and Alvin wrote the song. Okay, and people have brought that to me. It says Bojangles, yeah, he co-wrote it with me. I said, okay, let me hear. I says, who came up with that melody? She'll say, I did. I said, okay. Who came up with them lyrics? That's nice. Y'all both? No, I did all the lyrics. I said, so how does he half of it? Well, he does some. He
cheated you.
I said he cheats you. I always said it. I said no.
That's your song.
I says now you just been cheated. Now if he put his name on the copyright papers and they mailed out whatever, I said now you're going to a whole nother ball game here. You may have to count your losses, okay? Because now you got to pay some extra money to try to go into litigation and all that stuff. I says, but if before this ever happens again, if you came up with the melody and the lyrics, that is your song. Somebody who arranged the song, their name's not on the copyright paper.
Just write arranged by.
That's all you do. Okay, now, the only time that this will be different is if you bring it and give it to somebody like Quincy Jones. Okay? Quincy Jones going to want some of the royalties.
Because his name.
Because of his name.
Put some speck on my name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And rightfully so, he deserves it.
And he's going to ask for either mechanical rights or some kind of royalty with the arrangement.
He's going to write some. He's going to want some writing.
Or what they do, what they're infamous with doing, is changing lyrics.
Yes.
If nothing but one word.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like Thriller.
Yes.
That wasn't the original word.
Was it Rod?
Rod Temperton.
Yeah.
Initially, it wasn't called Thriller. It was called something else.
Steal Away, Lord?
Something like that. Shine on Me Nights. It was something Nights, but it wasn't Thriller, and they changed it to that.
Yeah.
So, of course, then they give Rod as the writer, but they also put the other Michael Jackson in there because he changed that one lyric.
True.
I was young and too idealistic to allow it to happen to me early on in my writing career because a friend of ours who now lives in Naptown wanted to change like three words in a song I wrote and the musical arrangement of it. And I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like how it sounded. No, just pull it. I'll save this for another artist. And some would say, man, that was your opportunity to get out there as a writer. Yeah, but then they would have thought I wrote like this.
Oh, wow.
Looking back, maybe I should have let it happen. But being a true artist at the time, I said no. Because then I also said, okay, how many times are they going to do this to me before they're really raping me?
Wow.
Like one thing I noticed when I saw the movie Get On Up about James Brown, all this time you're thinking James Brown was the mind behind it. He had a business sense and he was the aggressive one. But it was Mr. What's the guy he called? His assistant? Paul, whatever the guy who would be his main background singer. He was the writing force and the creative force behind things.
Oh, wow.
He's the one who got him out of jail.
Sure.
So that was the one who made it happen for him.
Yeah.
So sometimes you understand in business, as you so eloquently stated, what's your role in the agreement? If you cool with that role, you can profit from it.
Yeah.
But if you're not cool with that role and you still go in it, you're going to lose.
You're going to lose.
Because you're not going to be happy.
That's so true. Here's the background for Thriller. Glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Thriller is a song recorded by American singer Michael Jackson, composed by Rod Temperton, and produced by Quincy Jones. Notice their names have three different things. Okay.
Yes.
And the reason why I brought up Quincy because his name is what's going to sell that.
Right.
So he deserves that kind of recognition. Right. But here's the beginning, the history, the background behind it. Says Thriller was written by Rod Temperton and produced by Quincy. Written by Rod Temperton, and inspiration was the Jacksons' hit "This Place Hotel."
Yes, Heartbreak Hotel.
Early titles include "Starlight," "Starlight Sun," and "Give Me Some Starlight." The title was changed to Thriller after Michael told Temperton he wanted something that would appeal to kids. While still titled Starlight, the song's hook lyric were "Give me some starlight, starlight sun." But after the song was changed to Thriller, the hook was rewritten to say, "'Cause this is Thriller, Thriller night." Tipperson commented.
Wow.
Yeah. He says originally.
Give me the starlight. Starlight, son. That still would work. I'm sorry.
It sure will work.
I mean, I'm a huge Tipperton fan.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
He does nothing wrong.
Oh, he's a genius. It says originally when I did my Thriller demo, I called it Starlight. Quincy said to me, "You managed to come up with the title for the last album. See what you can do for this album." I said, "Oh, great." So I went back to the hotel, wrote 200 or 300 titles, and came up with the title Midnight Man. The next morning, I woke up and I just said this word. Something in my head just said, "This is the title." You would visualize it on the top of the Billboard charts. That's what he said in his mind. You could see the merchandising for this one word, how it jumped off the page as Thriller. Now, who does that? Who sits there? He says 300 titles that one night.
Brainstorm.
Yeah, methodically. And this now you're talking about perfection, a perfectionist
with mistakes and errors and tries and attempts.
Yeah, these are the kind of people right here that we all should learn from. We need to study and find out what makes them so successful. So we just throw one or two things out
it's just
there.
supposed to hit me.
And supposed to, no, rewrites and going back to the drawing board and all this stuff was what made the great men and women that we have today, who created these inventions that we use every day. They just went back to the drawing board to make it better, make it stronger, make it faster, like the $10 million.
$6 million man. Yes.
The $6 million man, yeah.
We can rebuild him.
We can rebuild him.
We can make him stronger.
Yeah.
Faster.
We should put our efforts into doing that, Stop being so lazy, because our forefathers, that's the way they were. They were craftsmen.
Yes.
They painstakingly took a sandpaper, and spent sometimes a week or two on one portion of a little thing, just sanding, just sand. What was remember when Roots came out and he was in the garage, he was in the barn trying to get out of that chain.
Yeah, he never stopped.
And every day he would take that every day.
He was focused.
In rhythm. Yeah, and what about? Absolutely.
Yes.
Look at our favorite movie, the one with the jail.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yes. Look how long it took him to get out of that tunnel. To dig that
with that hammer.
Years.
Yes.
And he would
20 years.
Yes. He
had started day one. As soon as Red got him that hammer. Each time I watch the movie, I look for those details. I missed.
Yes.
20 years of walking around.
He would take the grit and put it in his pocket, and when it was time to go out on the thing, he emptied it. Years. Ain't that something?
Something.
That is, man. That'll preach right there, brother. That'll preach. So
we planned it.
Yes. Yes. So when you got a lot of time to think when you're in jail.
Yeah.
So when you what's the old time? What's the old saying? How they said something about the inventions about inventions.
Mother necessity.
Thank you, sir.
Necessity is the mother of inventions.
There it is.
Necessity is the mother of inventions.
Yes. So when you really need something in life, you sit there and says, I got to find a way to make this either happen or make what's happened better.
Yes.
Yes. And you go back there, and it may take you weeks to figure it out. But go back there, do your homework, and try and figure it out. Don't just go out there on a whim and run out there on the street and get ran over by a Mack truck.
It's a crapshoot. That's gambling.
That's gambling. It sure is. It really is. So if you're going to enter into business with somebody, y'all please do your homework on not just your partner, but do homework on yourself, because you may not be ready. Like marriage, you may not be ready to go into business with anybody. You just ain't. You're not strong in that area. So find out where your strong point is and say, okay, now that I know I'm strong in this area, this partner that I had before ain't gonna work now. So let me go to this partner over here, this guy over here, because he could help me take this idea to another level as I can help him in that idea. And then in Walker to Walter Jones show.
Yeah.
Because I told him before you got here, you had just made a joke on Facebook, because I was kind of looking for a partner, and you was like, I don't know if you remember that, but you was like, okay, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, Alvin, well, let's do it. And you were like, oh, I was I was just kidding.
I remember the phone call. I remember the inbox.
She's like, I was just kidding. She said, but if you serious, let's do this.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, I'm serious as you know what, and I had only just met you at my birthday party.
Yeah, though we've known everybody. We've known everybody for years.
Yeah,
I mean but I had heard.
Sure,
so,
right. Yeah, I didn't, and I probably heard of you. It just didn't ever dawn on me, you know. And I believe this is definitely the Lord's doing. I believe in my heart of hearts, this is the Lord's doing. Because sometimes I always go on Spreaker and I look at some of the old shows. I just sit there for 2 hours, listen, and I says, God, the chemistry. What in the world? How?
Because this is not rehearsed.
No, it's not rehearsed. None of it is.
This show came up today at what? 1 o'clock?
It was about 1 o'clock. It sure was. Because I was like, I'm not doing the show today. I have no idea what I'm going to do today. No idea. I almost picked up the phone and said, CZ, let me tell you what, come over to the house. I'll make you some bacon. You know, I'll make you some bacon. We'll sit and have. And we talk about something because I ain't got no show in me today. You know, and then bam. And matter of fact, before we kicked off the Jones show, you and I met at my house. We had one meeting.
Yeah, to lay out the show.
I
still had that paperwork because I had come up with this template and I was going to do it. List of sponsors and all that stuff. Like, we ain't do none of this.
None of this. None of it. You know, and we kept the foundation and the templates, you know, on each day.
Yes.
You know, and what have you. We kept a lot of that. But then, as the shows went on the air, we began to make up stuff on the air. And it became a part of our shows. Some of the things we don't do anymore because, you know, we just have a different...
it's time to reinvent.
Yeah, it's time to reinvent. Yeah. You know, we just... Brony used to come on. We had her own song.
Oh, yeah. She had her own song.
Yeah. And we had Tiger Lily, and we had... every guest, we had a little tease thing we did. When Yvette came on, we'd always say... Spirit! You know?
Wow.
Everybody had their own little thing. And these are some of the things that... we do miss.
I must say it was life-changing. It was timely for me for what I was dealing with, several different things. It was a life-changing event to draw out the strengths because you go through seasons in life where when you're attacked, you attempt things and I say life is filled with this triangle of, I call it AAA of life: attempt, attack, and you either abandon or you endure to achieve. Sure. Then you start something new. Yeah. And I was at the abandoning stage of a lot of different things. Wow. And the show helped me through a whole lot of those things without saying anything. So I'm a changed man as a result of this show. My self-esteem is back.
Wow.
I was a wayward preacher about to walk away from everything. Here I am, right back in this thing.
Ain't that something?
With that being said, I got to preach that, y'all. Y'all should come out and hear me.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Open Door Church in Hammond, Indiana, 7105 Holman Avenue, Hammond, Indiana. That's like right off 159th.
That's right.
And you know, just go past River Oaks Mall, turn right on Holman. You know where the gas station is, right? Turn right, go south. You see the church, Open Door Church on the left side. Come on in there and hear us tonight.
Open Door. Wow.
Open Door Church, Pastor Shackleforth.
What time?
Service starts at 7.
7 o'clock?
Yeah,
Okay.
I should be up by 7:30.
Okay. Put it on the wall.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Well, put it in the discussion, today's discussion in the comments, the address and what have you.
Oh, I got to follow us.
Yeah.
I'll play a chest.
See what I'm saying? All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Meet us tomorrow, Theology Thursday. Elder Rodney Jones, Elder Gibson will be here, and we'll talk about, what are we talking about tomorrow?
We done with healing and faith, right?
We are.
Okay.
He gave me a topic for tomorrow. Let me go into my notes here and see what was it that he brought up. Because I don't want y'all to miss out on what he brought up. Don't miss out on what he brought up. I'm looking for it. Hold on, y'all. Just hold on. It's in here somewhere. Lord, it must be buried somewhere. Here's the only one I don't see. I'm going to go on here and type in Rodney Jones and see if I... Don't go nowhere, y'all. I'm still here. Ooh, it won't let me... Okay, I see that. Hold my peace. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, I see. That was in the wrong area. What is this? that I feel deep inside. Ooh. Shut up, soul on fire.
No, it's funny because I don't hear no music. That's what.
Oh, you don't hear nothing?
Yeah, I don't have
okay.
headphones on.
Okay, he says, I personally would like to break down where you said the works I do shall you do, yeah, and greater. And work with the fact of, can the believer do everything Jesus did? Or are we limited? How about that? That's it.
That's a great topic.
Yes. Can we do the works that Jesus did? And that's tomorrow's topic. Let's see if we can work that, y'all. For you deep saints out there who said you can. Well, let me see your work. Let me see your work. All right, y'all. Thank you. I want to apologize to Barack Obama and Michelle. We didn't get a chance to interview you. That's because Michelle is, well, y'all are probably trying to see if y'all could pull out the fire about the Second Amendment and Donald Trump and all this stuff. Yeah, that's a whole nother ballgame right there. Yeah, he talking about some. Make sure you shine your weapons and put the bullets in there because we need to go. We're gonna have to take her out of here.
Trump's wife tried to get in.
Yeah,
she told me she was Michelle. I told her she couldn't come.
So, welcome to our show.
You have been listening to the Sir Walter Jones Show, where Sir Walter Jones provides you with a biblical perspective on everyday life. Stay connected to Sir Walter Jones at his website, www.sirwalterjones.com. Search The Sir Walter Jones Show on Facebook or follow on Twitter at Sir Walter's Music. Until next time, thank you for listening to the Sir Walter Jones Show with Sir Walter Jones.
Log on to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered.
Right, Mr. Walters?